Hello everyone. In this video, we will explore areas in ASP.NET Core MVC. Again, like MVC Razor Engine has provided this a powerful feature to organize the larger web applications into a multiple areas. We can create the areas as a model. If you are working large application and you have the different models like billing module, reception module, admin module, super admin module. In this context, you can use the areas. The formal definition of the areas, we can say the areas we can get a benefit for a larger application into a smaller section or modules. So this is the formal definition we can understand, and let's see how we can implement the areas. Just click the Visual Studio, open the Visual Studio here, and you can create one small application or simple application where we can understand how we can do the implementation of the areas. Okay, I will create a simple web application that is called as a, we can say the just create the simple, click on the next, select the application name. I will put as a sample applications. You can select the version of the netcore. The current netcore version will be a 9.0. If you have the secure certificate, you can select. If you have running it locally and don't have the certificate, then unselect and click on the create project. Now the template is rendering here, just like before starting the implementation of the areas. So this is the basic folder structure the Microsoft has given inside this template. If you want to understand each and every folder and the file, the benefit of that files and the folder, you can see my previous video session, the basic MVC architecture, where you can find all details. Now we can see before implementing the areas, we need to follow some steps. Step number one, we need to create some manual folder. Right click on this solution, create a new folder here. The folder name should be like areas. Okay, just click on the enter. So we have created a folder called as areas. Now sample application, consider you have the multiple module like a product admin, super admin, end user, billing, receptions. Then you can add some areas here. Click on the area, right click, add. The area option will be appearing into the this particular list. Click on the area. You can select the MVC area menus. Now you can define the module name. Okay, where we can create the smaller application. Suppose I have the product admin. So product admin can manage the master data and customer registrations. Okay, so I will put the name code as a product admin here. Just click. Now, after clicking the add button, the template will creating a basic structure, basic folder structure, which is followed by the MVC, the modules, controllers, views, and the data. So that structure will be creating is here. So it will take a few seconds to create the structures. We have background code to create the this folder structure. Now you can see here, clicking the area, the one folder will be appearing into the solutions that is called as a product admin. You can expand, then you can follow this is the structure they have given. Now, if you want to create another module for these sample applications, now you can create another area here, right click on the area, add areas. Okay, now we can create another area called to track the some super admin data. Okay, I will create a super admin. Just click on the add button. Again, it will take us few seconds to create a sample for the structure which is followed by the MVC applications. Let's wait. Now you can see that there are two areas we have created manually. Again, like a same structures Again, we have seen inside the super admin folder, controllers, data, models, and the views. And outside also, we have the controllers, models, and the views. Okay. Now we can create one sample use case, how it works in the backgrounds. Now we have create one login page, and from that login page we will create two logins. Like one login will be a product admin and one login for the super admin. If I am logging into the product admin, it should be rendered the product admin layout page, and if I am logging into a super admin page, it will load into the super admin page. Okay, just create a controller here. I will create one more controller that is called as a login controller. Just click it, login controller. Okay, inside login controller, we need to create one sample sign-in page. Just you can create one more actions. How we can create actions? Public, I action result. This is the base return type of the Razor engine providing I action result. Then you can create one sign-in method. Okay, inside the login controller, we are returning the sample view, return view. Now, by default, every action method has a HTTP verbs like HTTP gate. Okay, if you are not mentioning, it will be considered this is a gate methods. If you have mentioned, well and good. Now we need to create a one views. Just click on the add view, full razor view, because what is the difference between this razor view below one is appending to the layout page, and each above one razor view empty, it will create a dot layout page. Now I'm creating a, here you have the option layout page, because I have not selected because I have imported the view start page. So inside the view start, we are referring to the layout page. Just creating, it will take 1 or 2 seconds again. We need to follow the one sample page here. Okay, just click it, do, create one row called as a class row. Then we need to divide the sections, two sections, one for the 6 columns. Okay, again the bootstrap concept here implement class call MD6, and just copy the again this whole audio and paste here. Control C, Control V. Sorry, I'm putting the functions. No worries, guys. Okay. Now, first use we will create some two controls: username and password, and a button. And the other sections we can mention here the logins. Like for example, X4 logins roles. You can mention the roles whatever we have. Paragraph one is the product admin. You can copy and you can mention the some raw data, because it will be designing the page like product admin, super admin, right? End users. Here you can create some sample. Like again, I will create one div. Inside this div, I will put the labels. Okay, here I will put as a username, it's mandatory, span. You can put star here. Then you can create again. You can put as a class. You are not okay. Then create the input type is equal to text, because we need to create a one control, and you can apply the here the class form control. If you want to like create the class here also, like out of 6 columns, if you want to create a 5 columns, okay, because we need to put the margins. So again, you can copy the same div where you can capture the passwords. Now I am putting here the password. Okay. Here instead of the text, I will put as password because it will be a hidden feed. No one can see that. And if you want to create another uh, for buttons, okay, you can apply the input type is equal to submit, class is equal to form control, and you can apply the button hyphen button primary. Now let's start. Okay, so now we need to create some properties called as a model binding name, username. Here also I will put a name called as a password because we want post the data. Just save it. Okay. Now you can go to the view folder where we can mention the linking of that sign in page. Now we have the home methods. Now I will create rename the existing like here sign in menu, and I will open the sign in actions. Clicking of that menu, controller will be a login controllers. Inside the login, we have created a sign methods. Now you can run the applications and let's see how looks good. Run the applications. Perfect. It's compiling. Thus, no. Let's see what happens on clicking the no buttons. Okay, the application is rendering perfectly. If you see here, we have created a two menu, the sample application, home and the sign in. Clicking the sign in menu, the sample sign in page will be appearing here, the username and the password. And half of the page, we have created some sample static data. Well, now the second steps, okay. So here, control X, control KD, I will put some BR. Fine. Now, second steps, we need to post this data. So if you want to post the data, just create one sample model that is called as a login, or you can create one sample that is called as a user details. I will create login details. Okay, login details, where we can capture the two properties called as a one property for to state the username and get the username. And I will create one more property called as a password. Perfect. Now you can go to the sign in page. Okay. Now you have not implement a form tag. So I will implement a form control or the DS inside the whatever we have put the all element. We need to post the on controllers. Now you can put one action called as a like we need to pass the data inside the sign in method. Okay, and the method type will be a post because we are posting the data. Just perfect. Now you can create one more controller, one more action called as a HTTP post where we are capturing the user entered the data, whatever he has put HTTP post. Now we can use the here login details models, login and detail. Okay, login and detail. Now you can put the sample applications here to redirections. If user has put the super admin, the username as a super admin and the password as a super admin, we need to redirect to the super admin area where they have created different applications, different layout. Okay, just put the condition here if login details dot username. Now for this demo purpose, I will put the hardcode values, but you can use the data from the DB sites. Now, if you see here, the if user has putting the super admin, you can consider as a too lower. We don't know that whatever the capital user is putting the data in lowercase or in the uppercase, will convert it into too lowercase and use the super admin here. And one more conditions to check login details dot password. Again, will use to lower here also super admin. I will put the same username and the password. Perfect. Okay. So if this condition is matching, we need to redirect where the super admin homepage. Now we can return here. Return. We have a method called as a redirect to actions. You can use that method and mention the 7 parameters. They have the method override, action name, controller, and route name. So we can put the controller action name called as a index. Okay, perfect. Then the controller, we will create a controller called as home, and the area name new is equal to area area is equal to super admin. Perfect. This name should be a similar like what we have given to the areas. And enter. Now, same conditions you can copy and apply for the product admins. Just we need to here change the values product admin and control C product admin. Here we need to instead of super admin, we need to give as a redirect to the product PRODUCT. DUCT. Perfect. Now we have ready to validate this logic. Just like if user has put the super admin, need to super admin layout. If user has a product admin, we need to redirect to the product admin. If user has different values, we are simply return the same views. Now, the second steps we need to create the inside the controller. We will product admin. We will create some sample controller like a home controller here. I click add controllers, empty controllers. I will use the home controller inside the home controller. Before that, creating a index files. So I will create one layout page, sample layout page razor. Just click new item, add the razor layout page here, and you can give the name of the layout page called as a product admin layout. Product admin layout. Okay. So same, you can copy the layout structure like whatever you have the previous one. Inside the product admin layout, we will just some rename the applications here. Like instead of sample application, I will use the product admin. Here also sample application, product admin. Okay. So here I will create a home page. Not home page, not required. Here, home and the index. And here I will create as a register. Product admin can register the customers. So I will put here product admin area name, product admin, controller should be a register and action should be a okay. I will create a customer controller and here the action method will be a register. Let's see. So in a product admin layout page, we have the two menus. we have created. One is the home page and another one is the sign in of the customers. Now this is done. Now we need to create one more page called as a the view start, just because every page we cannot hook the control C inside this views. Okay, one mistake we have done here. The layout page should be created inside the layout folders. Now you can create a new folder, shared, perfect, and you can convert this, okay, inside the shared folder. Now you can add one sample views here, empty views, and you can put the view start names here. And in these values, view start page, you can mention the reference of the layout page. Okay. So product admin, we have created the which layout page. You can copy here this particular control C and you can use the here. Perfect. Now, same way for the this view imports, because we are loading the some DLL files. Just click this also. Control C, create, add, empty views. And you can copy the dependencies like references or the product admin views also. Perfect. Now, inside the we have created the ASP product admin, customer controller, and the register methods. Now we can inside the product admin we need to click the one controller and the controller name should be a customer. Just create customer controller, add. And inside the customer, we have the register method. Click add view, reserve view, because we need to select the layout page. We have created a different layout page for the product admin. Select view shared, select that page. Perfect. Add. Okay, so it's not required because we have the startup of the view page. So register sample page application. So we have created this product admin, the views and everything. So now we need to register the areas in a program.cs files, because the normal we are by default, the template has given some routing mechanisms. They have the default mechanisms. They have not introduced the areas. Okay, if you want to implement the areas, this method will be a scripting files. Whenever we are creating areas, adding the areas, this file will be created automatically. You can copy this endpoint and mention into the program.cs file, and you can use the application object instead of endpoint. Okay, and now you can see the run the applications. The agenda of this application, if I'm putting the product admin as a username and the password, it will be a redirect to the product admin areas. Let's see the ambiguous match, the request match multiple matches for the home controllers. So if you want to mention the controllers, you can specify the which areas to you need to mention this particular home controller. It only apply for the area. You can copy the name of the area name. The area name should be a product admin, because ambiguity is coming here. Same controller will be available into the outside the areas also. So I will put here also product admin. Now you can run. By default, we have the home and the sign in page. Just click the sign in page. Okay. So put the username as a product admin. I will put the debugger point here for the understanding how it works. The login controllers, where it's a login controller outside the area. I will put the debugger point and hit the application again. Submit. Okay, once submit the request, the data will be appearing into the product admin and it's considering the uh, function update. Okay, this condition is not matching, this condition is matching, and we are given the instruction to redirect to the product admin page. You can continue here. Once you have continued, now again like we have the inordinate operation, the view index was not found because we have the home index. So shared page not found. Let's see, we can fix these errors. How we can fix these errors? Because we have given the index homes and the area product. So here product index. So home, we have not created the index here. View page. Click here. Just add. Because why this error is appearing? Because we have not created the views for the home page. And we have given the default reference like you can render. If you see the login controller, we have considered the home and the logins. Just rerun the applications. Now you can click on the sign in page, product admin. Okay, click it, continue, continue. Now see, this is the page rendering into the product admin, home and the register. If you click on the register, it will be a register page. If you see the routing, the area name should be URL structure. The product admin is the area name, customer is the controller and the register. If you click the home page, it will go to the again sign in page. So this is the ways. If you have the multiple models, you can use this area concept. It's a simply implementation ways. You can create the area folder manually, then you can add the modules as per your convenient. And outside the controller, you can use for the simplify the user interface where we can simply loading the static pages about your business sign in page, and once clicking the sign in page you can redirect to the particular areas where user can perform the activities whatever he wants. So this is the implementations. Now we can upload this project into the GitHub repository. I will update the GitHub link into the video description. You can download the code and you can use for your commercial purpose and the non-commercial purpose. You can subscribe if you want our channel for the updated videos, technical suggestions, career guidance. You can like and subscribe our channels. Thank you guys. Bye bye.